Greetings, everybody, from the Planet Fitness parking lot. I'm wearing my 8-pound weighted vest, and I had an idea as I was driving to the gym, and I was going to put it on the calendar to make this video later, but then I thought, no, just do it now while you're motivated. So here we are. I was thinking about what stories from my childhood do I like to tell my clients. Because one of the, I think, really important qualities of an anti-boring coach is that we are transparent with our students and we use stories from our own lives as examples for what we're trying to teach them. And we're also willing to share both the hard experiences we've had as well as the good experiences we've had. And I thought of 3 stories in particular of things that I did when I was in school that inform the kind of coaching that I give students now. And I wanted to tell you those stories. So in this video, we'll do story number 1. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Woo! That was my camera sliding off the steering wheel. By the way, fun little fact about Gretchen, you see my paddleboard right there in the background. I always carry a paddleboard in my car, and we're getting into paddleboard season, which I'm excited about. Oh, except I'm having surgery, so I won't be paddleboarding for a while. Maybe I'll try to get out on the San Francisco Bay before I leave for surgery. Funny thing to say, because you all are probably watching this after my surgery. Anyway, let's get into the story, shall we? So I often share this story when I'm teaching students my mini lecture called The Study Senses. You're more than welcome to take my course, The Art of Inspiring Students, if you want to learn about the study senses. But here you get the story for free. So when I was a senior in high school, my best friend Marissa and I took government and economics. And it was just a boring memorize class. And every Friday we had a test on the information that we'd been lectured to and we'd read about through the week. And the first test or so, I think I didn't do very well on. I mean, I actually don't remember. I'm just guessing because I wish I could remember what motivated us to start the study technique. But what we did is every Thursday night, Marissa would come over to my house and we would make snickerdoodle cookies together. So we had a weekly supply of snickerdoodles. And we used the process of making the snickerdoodles as a metaphor for whatever we were learning that week. And we got silly. We talked in accents, which, now that I'm waking up to my own whiteness, I have some critique of. But regardless, even if you just talk in funny voices, we sang songs, we did all kinds of just silly things with the vocabulary list and with the ideas that we were supposed to have memorized that week. The only one I remember is supply and demand. We used the process of making and baking and then taking the cookies out of the oven and putting them on different plates as metaphors for supply and demand. And it was so fun. I really looked forward to Thursday night study sessions. And she and I both got A's, if not 100s, on every single test. So if I were sharing this story with a student, I would usually use my consent burger process to make sure that they're open to hearing a story from my childhood. And if you're curious what the consent burger is, you can go to gretchenwegner.com/secrets. And I have a free guide that shares a number of the most important things I teach for free, and also the consent burger there. And you should be able to walk away using it with your students as soon as you read it. It would be fun. If you experiment with it, please comment below and tell me. But anyway, I would set up the story with the consent burger, and then I would tell them the story. And then part of the consent burger is to check in afterwards about what felt relevant or meaningful to them. So I would ask that question, and then we would chat about could they imagine using techniques like that? Or did it spark any new ideas in them? Or did it seem dumb? Did they have critique or like a stabbing sensation in their belly when I told them that story? Like, what feelings came up for them? Anyway, there are all kinds of directions we can go after telling a personal story. And usually it resulted in some kind of new idea or commitment that we would put onto their habit tracker. And by the way, again, if you want to learn about so many of the coaches who come through my training program love my habit tracker process and use it in their own coaching. And that's available to you should you decide to come on into my anti-boring ed world. But that costs some money. So just get gretchenwagner.com/secrets for free. Start there. Anyway, I've got at least 2 more stories, if not more, that are my go-to stories. So I'm going to share those in another video. But I would love to hear your stories. What kind of a learner were you? Is there something that you like to tell your students, whether it's something you did really well or something bye-bye truck or something that you didn't do well, mistakes you made? Those can be even better teaching stories. I would love to hear them down below. Please comment. Please give me a little like and subscribe, or just a like, or just a subscribe, or just a comment. But anything you do to engage with this video helps my YouTube algorithm, and we're working on having YouTube notice me. So whatever you can do is helpful. And I'll see you in the next video for the next story. Bye.